This Minecraft survival starter house is for all the lazy players because it's easy to build. Let me prove it. You can start by building this wall 4 blocks high with cobblestone because it's easy to get. And for the few people who want to be less lazy, you can build a frame around the foundation. But let's make this useful. You'll need to get to the top so you can build a beautiful staircase over here, and you'll need to get into the bottom, so build an entrance next to it. Now once you're inside, you can add enough storage to last you for a long time. And I know another level can be a bit more work, but it'll be worth it. Also, you'll need food, so building a farm around your house is a good idea. But let's finish this house off. Building a 4 block high oak log frame at the top will give you more space, and it'll make filling the walls in so much easier. A mine is critical for more resources, so I built one over here and then placed a few leaves around to add green to the house. Now you build this roof frame in all 3 areas, and don't worry, it looks more difficult than it is. You could also build a balcony over here to make the house look much better, and I'm trying to help you build better, so please subscribe. Thank you. This Minecraft underground house might be the best base I've ever built, but you can be the judge. Let me prove it. You'll want to start by digging out these holes 5 blocks deep into the ground. But now let's make this base epic. This base is pretty big, so I'm using oak for the walls to simplify it, but I made it more special with a stone and smooth stone pattern on the floor. Now before we carry on, we need to block the water out with glass. This is important as we need to build an entrance to get in, and this one is cool because it shouldn't allow hostile mobs through. But let's add just about everything you'd need. Being able to make your gear stronger is critical, so let's add an enchanting table in the corner. Therefore, this means you should be prepared to go on more dangerous adventures, so build a portal in this wall. But before you go through, you can set your respawn point at the bed right outside. However, for us to make this base even better, we need access to the other rooms through these doorways. Now, once you're through, you'll need to use more oak planks to build these walls. Just do yourself a favor before you continue and block the water out with a glass layer on top. However, you'll need to follow that up by building the floor. The layout of everything will make sense very soon. Now, storage is important, so you can add loads of chests in these 4 walls. You can add sugarcane on the opposite side, as you'll need that at some point too, but only add animals in 2 of these sections. Now, we've got this huge gap in the middle, which would be perfect for a semi-auto smelter, but just remember you can turn the other 2 rooms into crop farms to grow wheat for bread, while that last middle section could be turned into a mine to help you gather more resources. But the real strength of this house is that you can also build it on land and not only underwater. This Minecraft mountain house is the upgrade for that hole you made in the mountain a few days ago, and I'm about to prove it. So grab 10 pickaxes and dig this kind of funky shape 7 blocks deep for a fancy cave. But let's transform this cave. We're gonna start by using a forest to build this oak log frame. Just replant the trees to be responsible. You'll also need to spruce up the floor, so use this stone and smooth stone pattern at the bottom, and once the timing for the joke has passed, use spruce for the second layer. But now things get interesting. Use the Minecraft equivalent of beige for the walls and build a max enchanting table on the left. Well, you can repeat that on the right, but replace the table with a Peather Nortle for more dangerous adventures. You also need to upgrade to iron armor, so build a mine next to that. Now, we all know you love keeping items you'll never use, so why not add chests in the middle with scaffolding to get up? And I can only imagine you're burning to know what these grass patches are for. Well, nothing says home sweet home more than turning down your volume for some protein. And deep down, we all know you're gonna start a chest monster, so leave space for that in the middle. Now, if your ambition isn't greater than your willingness to build, you can work on the second layer. It's not too complicated, but we're adding the utility blocks up here so that the scaffolding isn't useless. And I consider my strength the ability to fill up any storage system with useless junk, so I'm adding more chests for the next day. Now, as a result of poor planning, build the bed here. In my defense, I always keep it in my inventory. But if you're as passionate as I am about not starving to death, you could turn the balconies on the sides into crop farms. Just have some decency and place trapdoors under the dirt, don't be a monster. Now, I know I'm pushing the limits here, but if your motivation is keeping up with your ambition, you could build a nice frame on the outside, which you could fill in with glass to keep the phantoms out.